Hello, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Hello to all the viewers on E360. And I've got a surprise to all of you. Just give me a button to push. And now, officially, I'm handing over to beautiful Christa. She is going to take over as the host for our show. Woohoo!
I am absolutely honored to be hosting the show amongst our beautiful panelists. So, absolutely, thank you so much for all the viewers on E360 and especially our Diamond Beauties group and our Tanzanite Heroes. And what are they? Some of you guys might be asking. Well, Diamond Beauties is a group of women who come together and support each other, and the Tanzanite heroes are for the men. But one way or another, we all come together. Now, today is a very special day because we get to look at one really special author, and that author is Sanet Van Breda, who we're going to talk about her book, The Flight of the Monarch, but she has two books that we're also going to look at today. So, very, very excited about that. I'm so happy to be here with our esteemed panelists, Laura and Howard. So, if you guys would like to go around, Laura will start with you. And if you could say where you're from and a little bit about yourself, that would be great.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I missed you guys because I missed last week, but there was no way I was going to miss this amazing episode with Sanet. So I hope that I can make it through due to some personal situation at the moment. But oh my God, representing Sanet and everything that she's done for us, I think is much more important than who I am. But I am Laura Brennan Ballet, and of course, certified and author and speaker and coach, all of that great stuff on empowerment. But I want to give my time to just say thank you to this absolute beautiful human being that has gone through her own transformation, right? The butterfly from the cocoon, and has used that power and that beauty and that resilience to really inspire and empower so many people around the world. So just a heartfelt acknowledgement to your beauty and your strength. And thank you for allowing us to come together and honor you.
Perfect. And Howard, that was wonderful.
Yes. So I too just want to give grace to the dancing queen, Sanet. I'm so happy that we have this platform called the Author Journey amongst all your other platforms that you share and lift others up. You are the beautiful butterfly, but you are my dancing queen for sure. And I'm so excited to dig into both of your books, the lessons learned, the valuable things that you went through personally, as well as but your outlook on life and how you want to make this world a better place. So I am the original Mr. Shining Brightly Howard Brown. I'm an author and a speaker and worldwide podcaster. Shout out to Laura, who's the featured podcaster on episode 89 today. Oh my God, you got to come and take a listen to that as well. So just so thrilled to be here. Keep shining. We got our shades on today.
I know. Sorry, my shades.
Wonderful.
I don't have them.
That's
right,
okay. That's absolutely wonderful. Sanet, do you want to introduce yourself quickly, just a little bit?
Laura, I love your shades.
That worked for me.
So thank you so much, my beautiful Christa and my beautiful miracle man. So I call Howard my miracle man, and beautiful Laura. Thank you for your beautiful words. I am Sanet Van Breda from Johannesburg, South Africa, and it's cold. Look, it's cold here in South Africa, and I call myself a voice amplifier. I create beautiful space and stages for incredible souls to come and share their brilliance, their wisdom, and their transformative stories through all my platforms. So I've got a few TV shows, I've got a Diamond Moment magazine, And I also now started with the publishing house as well. And part of this program is part of the publishing house because we know a lot of authors and a lot of new inspiring authors that will come through us and we can showcase them. So we are truly excited to be able to present something special. And I know there's a million of people that would love still to have a book. And if you ever thought it's not possible to write your own book, I've got a surprise for you. It is not that it's not that easy, but it's easy enough that anyone can do a book. Can I just tell you how to do it? You have to go like this. You turn 360 degrees, change your mind, and accept that you are able to write a book. And if you forget about it, turn again because it will remind you. Anybody can write a book. You must just change your mindset. Because if you change your mindset, you can do anything. And if your why is big enough, you can do anything. Oops. I don't know where to put it now. You can do everything. I lost 165 pounds. It was not easy, but I'm so thankful I've changed my mind and I brought self love into my life. Thank you, my beautiful Krista.
Oh, thank you so much. So, to quickly introduce myself, my name is Krista. I'm from Canada, Windsor, and I'm a best-selling author of Skip the Pain, Experience the Pleasure, where I really try to highlight how the way we talk, the way we think, and the way we act all create our reality. I'm also a fighter of rare diseases, and on any platform, I do TV, podcasts, stages, anywhere where I can spread the message of hope and inspire others and work with them. So, but today's not about me. I am so excited. I have to just say, first of all, I had the honor of giving Sanet the biggest hug in New York, and I am holding a copy of her book. I won't show you what she wrote, but she did write something for me. Oh, it's on the second page. But she did sign it and write something for me. And and she gave me these beautiful, beautiful earrings. So I am just so honored and so blessed, to have seen this amazing woman who is truly authentic in who she is. So let's just start off with the questions. Laura, I'll have you take it away.
Oh, we lost her.
And we'll maybe have Howard take it away.
Excellent. So, first of all, I want to start with a question about why I call you the dancing queen. Please tell everybody what your favorite song is that you might listen to 5 to 10 times a day.
I will thank you, my beautiful Howard. I just wanted to tell Krista, when I saw the earrings, I remember the lady in South Africa where I bought it, and she actually have made the beautiful beads with her own hands. And when I saw Krista wearing it, I felt like immense of warmth because she appreciated that lady's handiwork. So thank you, my beautiful Krista. So my beautiful miracle man, my forever song, I call it a forever song, is Walking on Sunshine. I start my morning routine with walking on sunshine every morning. It brings me to my essence. It brings me to my why. It brings me to who I am. And before I go to bed, before I leave the room, I will dance with my forever song again. I'm just quickly bringing in Laura. I will dance with my forever song again, because then I say thank you, God, for blessing me to be me, for being able to be in my purpose every day, and for sharing the love, first of all, and inspiring so many people in coffee chats and anything I do, because when I get into bed and everything is done and I have done my rituals and everything, I will, the last question is asked for me, Sanet, did you leave your sparkle in somebody's heart and memory for today? And I always do a tick in the summer, like this to the heavens. But now it's very cold, so my hands and everything is underneath the blanket. I will do an air tick with my head. Yes, I have. That is my mission for the last 3.5 years, to leave a sparkle in somebody's heart and in memory. I had to get my own sparkle first, and that was the 2 years I went on my journey. And after I received my sparkles, I can now dish out my sparkles to anyone that wants to catch it. Thank you for asking, my miracle man. What is your forever song?
Well, thank you, but I have to tell you that the first time I met Sinette, and she asked me to dance and for my forever song, and it is "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey, and it's just when you've been through hardship, you can't stop believing. You must get up. You must use your light and your sparkle, and to actually fix and help yourself move forward, and then go shine that sparkle and light everywhere like you do and I do and this whole panel does. It's the most beautiful thing. And I too, like Christa, got to go to New York and see them both and see them up on the big jumbotrons and hug and dance all in Times Square. It was the most beautiful thing just to hold each other. And Laura, you're next. We got to get you together. We have to see you in person.
Yeah,
I know. I
absolutely.
feel bad. I missed that, and
Nope.
I'm literally a few hours away from New York, and it's a little bit of something that bothers me that I missed it. But there is a great reason for us all to create being together again. So
Absolutely. Now, Laura, just to make sure that you have some time, I'll let you ask the next question.
okay, so sorry I missed that. Internet issues on top of other things. All right, so not to start from, let's say, the negative end, but when I think about a butterfly and a cocoon, sometimes their wings get a little dampened. They get a little broken, right? I don't know if you've ever seen butterflies being born, and it's just an amazing thing. How do you reconnect, or did you reconnect, or still continue when maybe one of the wings feels a little off and you can't necessarily take that full flight, whether it's insecurity or doubt, or we all get a little nervous about something? How do you reconnect to that resilience and that courage to carry on so that you can take flight once again?
I'm walking on sunshine, ho ho. I'm walking on sunshine, ho ho. And it's time to feel good. Oh, do, 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 do. Every time I do have a dip, doesn't matter when. If there's somebody in front of me, I literally cannot dance. But if the person says goodbye, I will stop what I do and I will dance. And I will go to the mirror. In our guest bathroom has got a big mirror. And I will go and stand in front of the mirror after I dance. I will say,
That's
Sanit,
nice.
do you know how amazing you are? Do you know how much I love you? And then I will give myself a kiss. So that's how I get my wing that maybe have made an indent to straighten out, because it is so easy to be able to know, because I love myself. So, my beautiful Laura, I'm going to bring you in. And then, my beautiful Crystal, can you see the comments? And then maybe you can also read the comments on the other side, or I can also help you with that.
Um, oh, I got Angena saying, Angena here. So, hello, thank you for joining us today. It is absolutely wonderful to have some of the Diamond Beauties watching. And definitely, please keep commenting. So, I'll go on with my question. So in chapter 3, you talked a little bit about having to let go when you left New Zealand. Not only did you have to let go of your family, but you had to let go of your amazing grandson Zender, who meant so much to you. Now, for me, I'm looking at using the same topic, letting go, in the Art of Connections that Howard, hooked me up with, that book. So if anyone's interested, see him. And it really hit me because you also talked about the pain that you went through of having to let go, but then you gave some steps of how you got through it and how important it is of letting go. So can you tell the viewers a little bit about that?
Thank you so much for that beautiful question, Krista. So, in the past, I was holding on to a lot of stuff. And since I made that decision the 6th of April 2019, I want to live. I don't want to die. I had to re-look at almost everything in my life. Everything. I even changed my color. I used to love red and and purple. I changed to orange for the monarch butterfly, but I really let go. And okay, so we will bring Laura in once. Laura, if you come in once, but then if you go out, then you we love you. Okay, perfect, perfect. Um, so for me, it was I needed to do something different. So I decided to s- put down everything, everybody I need to forgive, and write letters. And but the biggest letter was my own letter that I had to write to
Oh,
forgive myself, because I always knew, but in the past I'm not good enough and I could never understand. So I also knew there was a lot of things I had to forgive myself. And one of the things is I made a plan on the way from from New Zealand to South Africa. I wrote down I need to go and see the doctor, I need to go and see a dietitian. So I had a plan. I had a plan. But one of the biggest things that I needed to do, I needed to forgive myself. And the most important, not forgive others, but forgive myself. But that was the biggest thing, because I did forgive a lot of other people that stuff happened to me when I was small. I forgave them, but not really myself. And that was one of the things I did. I also burned my letter, and I literally full moon burned the letters. I let it go, let God, and then I always never use the ashes to stay in the same property. I normally wash it out so that it can leave. It also is symbolic way of leaving your psychic, leaving your DNA. And I have teach so many ladies the last 3 years about let God let go, because that's the way to go. You cannot make a change into something new if you keep on the old stuff.
yeah. Oh, what a wonderful answer. And something that I really got out of that is when you talked about having to forgive yourself and letting go of things from yourself and your past. I think for me anyway, and so many other people, it's easy to think of all the times we've been hurt by everybody else. But how about the times that we've hurt and maybe we caused that pain or we held on to that pain? So what a beautiful remark and a way of explaining the importance of forgiving ourselves. So thank you so much. Laura, while you're here, we will go right back to you.
I know. I'm so sorry. There's still a lot going on. I just loved those golden nuggets of wisdom and applicable skills of letting go. I love the ceremony and the energy of releasing what you know no longer serves you, and doing this in such a beautiful way that I think any of us, male and female, can relate to it. whether it's an old relationship, whether it's the weight of what we've been carrying, substance abuse. There's just so much here. I know you speak of like one person and one mindset, and you have such, again, beautiful wisdom weaved into the writing. But was there a person, another human being, that you were able to connect to outside of that relationship with self that really gave you such compassionate, unconditional support where you really didn't feel alone, that you knew out of all of the challenges, here is somebody now that is carrying a little bit of the weight with me or even for me? Is there somebody that was, I want to say, even past that special relationship, but that really had a great influence on this whole journey?
Thank you. That's a beautiful question. So I decided I'm going to name my new lifestyle. My new lifestyle is named until today. I'm on my OMI, and OMI stands for Granny, and it's the Afrikaans word for granny. I'm so sorry, Laura. Nobody asked me that question, and it brought instant delight and tears of happiness to me. Thank you. So I am my grandson's. He is now 9 years old. He was 4 years old when I started my journey. Um, I'm his Omi, his grandmother, and I am until today for the last 5 years and 3 months on my Omi and Xander plan. My Omi and Xander plan includes the eating plan, the 28 times I'm chewing before swallowing, the movement, move more than I eat, so that that you keep the weight down. A lot of things I'm doing, my shower talk, my dry brushing, everything I'm doing to make sure that I take care of myself. And because I know I am on my Xander and my Omi and Xander plan, I actually call Xander in that particular plan his name every time it resonates my dream to go onto a swing, because for years I could not even fit into a swing. So that was part of my end result dreaming, holding on to that swing, swinging, seeing my grandson, the wind in his hair, see the sea, because most of the play parks in New Zealand is, do you know where the seaside is? Smelling oranges. I still love oranges. Oranges is one, when you try it and it bursts open, the orange, the smell, I can still smell it, I can taste it. I use all my senses to do the dreaming. So just putting his name into my plan every day. And still today, this morning, I think I've thought about my Omi and Zana plan 5 times already for the whole day. So that energy of the reason why I started, the reason why I'm keeping on, the reason why I want to motivate a million people to be able to tell their stories, because that is my biggest goal, is to motivate a million people to have the ability to tell their stories. It's all part of Xander, and I know I have another grandson, and I know I'm going to get another grandson in October. All three will be with a Z. It's Xander, Zayden, he's 4, and then Zachary will be born in October. But
Oh,
because of my decision, I want to live. I don't want to die. Xander was just Xander with there, and he was part of my. So that is my special Wuma, that my special God given light that God gave me, Xander, but my husband as well. In the beginning, my whole family was thinking, oh, it's just another diet. It's just another diet. Yeah, just another diet. But the more I keep on keeping on, they saw now there is something. And then my husband is starting to become my biggest supporter. He even bought a scale, and I was so happy he was calling me, and we call each other love one, but we call it in Afrikaans Liefie. So he was calling Liefie, and I said, yes, my husband, I'm coming. He said, there's a present for you. He bought a body mass index scale, because that was one of my measurements. And I knew if you measure something, anything, that gets improved. So I had to measure my body mass index because of the New Zealand government. They don't give you a working permit if your body mass index is more than 35%. And mine was 54%. So I knew I had 2.5 years to lose the weight to get a working permit. So I knew exactly my plan. I knew the end result. I, I, I worked with that every day to make sure I never lose sight, never go and eat in the quiet. Because even if you eat in the quiet, yes, nobody will see you, but you will never lose the weight. You will go back to way that you were. So Zander, yes, he is my absolute, my that special energy, and then also my husband, because he's the chef in our house, and he makes sure that I eat healthy food. So thank you so much for that amazing question, my beautiful Laura.
Yes, that was you did an amazing job answering that. It was beautiful. And not only so, I'm a nutritionist by trade, and not only did I pick up on, yes, your focus was to lose the weight, but it was on overall health. You wanted to live, not die. So as a result, you'll be losing the weight. As a result, your blood pressure will be down. As a result, you'll be able to, walk and be more, have more vitality in your life. But that mindset of I want to live, I don't want to die, and having that ambition, to keep going. So, and it's really about mindset. And thank you for giving those specific tools about not eating, alone, chewing your food so many times, all those things. So I think a lot of the viewers now have a lot more golden nuggets. So, Howard.
So, first of all, congratulations, because we have to rename the plan to Oma and the three Z's. It's the 3Z plan now. And so, congratulations on the new grandson coming at the end of October. That's a beautiful news. I want to tell you, people should really get both books, because when I was really taken by the impact when you described the steps you were trying to take to get up to that cave, to be with your family, to get onto a swing. And what it made me think of was that of the transformation doesn't happen overnight. There's no magic formula. It takes real work to get to self-love and self-care and mental toughness and physical fitness and kindness to yourself. So you've been at this, and now you're teaching others. So what are the lessons that you can share with our listeners and viewers to be able to get started for whatever challenges they face?
Thank you. That is an amazing question, my beautiful Howard. So, as you take this hand, my viewers, and you take this hand, and you shuffle them around, what happens to your bum?
It wiggles.
It wiggles. So, it's just as easy. Put your hand up, swivel them, your whole body is moving. So, for me, I would say move, move, move. Keep on moving, but then move yourself to the mirror. Go and stand in front of the mirror. Everybody has a mirror. I know people, when they look in the mirror, they will see all their defaults. Look past the defaults, because remember, you were born for a reason. And when you were born, there was no default. You were born perfectly. It's society and and people that have put labels on you, that think you have defaults, but you don't have any defaults. So go and stand in front of the mirror or sit in front of the mirror. I have a beautiful mirror here. If I drop my table, I actually look myself in the mirror, and I will lots of time during the day tell myself, Sanet, you are amazing. Sanet, thank you so much for opening your ears, because you needed to hear that so that you can tell this person this. So for me, start with the mirror and say to the mirror, Mirror, mirror on the wall, am I the most beautiful one for me? And I know in the beginning you're not going to answer yourself, but can I tell you something? Just say yes. Just say yes. And then tomorrow ask the same question and say yes. By day 21, you will be convincing yourself you are beautiful. Thank you, my miracle man.
It's just a look in the mirror, and that's the simple part. But it's a true self evaluation, and you keep doing it, and you keep taking a step forward, maybe two steps backwards. But listen, this is not an overnight thing. You have to actually have the mindset to and the commitment to get it done, and you did. And I'm so proud of you, because we need you healthy and strong to keep spreading sparkles and flying around like a butterfly all over the world.
Thank you.
Oh, that was
Sorry,
amazing.
Crystal,
Go ahead.
can I
No, I was
share
gonna
this?
say that was amazing.
Thank you. Sorry to interrupt my beautiful host. You know, my beautiful miracle man, when I made a decision on the 6th of April 2019, I want to live. I think I got such a big shock that I don't want to die. I think it's like almost like a fibrillator was put upon my heart because I want to live. I have to do anything differently than what I ever done before because I was on diet since 12 years old. So I think that made me even more convincing to do the mirror thing and do mindfulness and all that. So thank you so much for asking. So our poor Laura is in and out and in and out. I am going to bring her in now for the last time. So beautiful Laura, if it happens now again, I did say last time, but if it happens again, please don't worry because I know you are trying to be here. So Krista, all over to you.
Yes. Well, first of all, that was absolutely beautiful, and I love again, the message of wanting to live, and I think that's something that a lot of us, need to ask ourselves instead of going through life like a robot, a mundane life, not really following our dreams, not having clarity of what we really want. So, you really seem to hit that, nail that. So when I read your book a couple times, actually, I first read it on the train in Canada, and I took a picture of it, and it said, Via Rail Canada. So all the way from here, it really really inspired me. But a lot of the things that inspired me, not just in this book, but as well as in Soul of the Diamond, of what so many of the co-authors wrote, and as so many stories that you wrote as well, there was a thread of gratefulness always. All the struggles that you went through, all the determination you had, but there was always some backdrop of gratefulness. So can you tell the viewers out there who are struggling and filling their minds with lack of, oh my goodness, I wish, or feeling depressed and don't feel grateful, how do you get to that spot of feeling grateful?
Thank you, my beautiful Krista. What your question is beautiful, and your what you said about the book, it was truly a blessing to be able to see all those 19 other ladies you included with your magnificent stories inside of a diamond. So for me, as soon as I open my eyes, I normally thank God. Thank you, my beautiful Lord, for gracing me another day to be loved and to love. And then in South Africa, we don't have enough power for everyone. And there's quite a lot of stuff happening. And there's utilities that's broken, water, you don't have water. And today you've got water, tomorrow for 8 days you don't have water. So you don't know what's happening. But for me, being thankful for just the way I am because I had to go through a certain amount of things to be shaped in this diamond that I am now. And I'm grateful. I remember the other day, a few months ago, I said to somebody, I am so privileged to be me. And I
Mm.
think the lady think I was like boosting or I was egocentric or something, but it's not that. I am so grateful that God have put me through all this stuff. It's like a diamond in the rough, and then He shaped me. That I am so honored to be on my purpose, in and on my purpose every day, and I'm so grateful. Everything I do it's on God's plan. Even the Diamond Beauties, the Tanzanite Heroes, all the names I'm using. I asked, I got confirmation from God that even the soul of a diamond, God have given me that. So I love to be on His plan. And then when stuff happen, I'm celebrating. I'm so happy because I do ask. I've got 111 items on my dream list, and my dream list is also here in my vision board in front of me on the cupboard. And I ask, and God delivers. But I don't ask and do nothing. I take actions. So gratitude for me is the cornerstones or big pillars of love. So thank you so much.
That is, and I want to first of all say, I am so grateful for you. I'm grateful that you are the voice of so many. You're giving the opportunity for so many people. You're changing lives. The conversations, not only that we have with you, the connections we make with each other, and the growth that I see happening. It's like the ripple effect that I'm really grateful for you. And I did want to give a shout out to Buddy Thornton, who's not able to be here today. I'm grateful that he was the editor of our books and one of our esteemed panelists, and Randy Blake, who's not here as well today. But I also want to say how grateful I am for the lovely lady who handmade these beautiful, beautiful earrings. So I really wanted to, express that. So thank you so, so, so much. Laura.
Thank you,
I know.
Crystal.
Yes, I think that'll
I'm
do.
sorry. I don't have my shades. Everything is, I feel like I'm in a different dimension right now today. Many reasons privately, but here, the internet and everything, don't have my shades. But I just, again, there's so many questions that I want to ask you that I have down, but I know I keep coming in and out. And if I do get bumped out, I'm not trying to come back in. So thank you. Talk about gratitude for this family and this tribe. And again, real time leadership and what Sanet is expressing and showing here. But I did have a question around, and you just said that through Krista's question. Action. Action is an energy. And we need to align with this energy of action because we can vision board, read, journal, segment plan, gain wisdom, learn new perspectives, acquire insights, all of the wealth of language that we can apply to this. But action is what shifts, right? It shifts it all. And there's a lot of people out there, and I'm sure we've all gone through it, whether we physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually have felt so inactive that we didn't have what it was going to take to even begin. And certainly when we're battling with a dis-ease or a weight issue or just a mental block, that first actionable step that begins to change it all. Is there something that maybe you can share with the listeners that feel that spark, like you're igniting that desire in them, but they've tried, they failed, they've tried, they failed, and they're right on that precipice of giving up? It's that next kind of connection of action that shifts the whole experience. You've been through so much, you've accomplished really so many great challenges. So I thought maybe you might be able to help them along the way a little bit there.
Oh, thank you, my beautiful Laura. You're always asking so beautiful questions. So for me, if your why, that's my golden nugget. If your why is big enough, You can do anything. You can do everything. So if you have a goal, know your why. Because in the not so good times, I always say life is 2 steps to the front and one back. 2 steps to the front. It's up to you how long are you going to be in your back foot, in your stuckness. So sometimes there is something coming. There's with the product, even Soul of a Diamond, there was like a heap. And the only thing is that same day I encountered a problem. I went to my I call it my knowledge book. I went to my knowledge book because all my goals for the year, there's a why and there's the outcome is written in there. Go and read Soul of a Diamond again. And I'm like a chicken, squirreling my feathers. My book, knowledge book is there in front because I go through my knowledge book every morning. It's part of my morning routine. I was like going like a chicken. I didn't quack, 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 not quack. I didn't chip, chip, chip like a chicken, but I went like this. And I said, I know my why and I know why it's important. I have already the outcome. I knew we're going to be a global best-selling author in March already when I encountered the problem. And I then came back and I changed the way I was thinking and trying another approach. So, my beautiful Laura, your why is so important. And then the next step, use your imagination, all your senses to dream and have that in your book. Because if something happens in your back step, you can always go back to your original why. And it will put a fire rocket underneath your arms and you will be flying.
Yeah. I love that. I love allowing the why to be the action. It's like this constant fuel of why you're moving, why you're walking, why you're in gratitude, why you're healing. It's that action to equals why, the formula of that. It's already kind of in my head. I love that. Thank you. I think that's a very empowering and not overcomplicated mindset and way of being in the world. So thank you so much.
Yeah, that was what a great question and great answer. So I do want to give a shout out to Darren who's saying what a great show and he's always supportive. So I'll just say that. So on that note, we'll hand it over to Howard. What question is burning in you?
Okay, so I got a 3 quick-parter here, Sanet, so you got to keep up. But first of all, I just want to tease everybody because I'm going to read just a fraction of your poem called Radiant Heart. Okay, this is powerful stuff. So, moments of moving from there to here, between the star and the moon's soft glare. Capture a glimpse of light so rare, radiant and shining are our hearts declare. That's the beginning. The last line. Together we rise, our spirits take flight in the beauty of each day and every night. This is how she starts the first poem of this book. And I don't want to read the whole thing because I want everyone else to get the book. Oh my God. Just so inspirational, an incredible way to start a book and to basically announce its arrival. I just want to tell you, A Radiant Heart. It's beautiful. So I'm going to ask you 3 speed round questions from your chapter, okay? And you can answer. Unbreakable. Oh, did she
I
freeze?
know she's thinking of something amazing right now.
Oh, we'll have
Yep.
to get her
Oh
back.
no.
As she went on. So, what, Howard, when you say unbreakable, what would unbreakable mean to you?
So she has the 3 U's: unbreakable, unbelievable, and unstoppable. And the answer I was looking for was me, and me, which is her, because that's what it is. She is now. And that is her definition. That's how she defines herself in the chapter, and that's how she lives. And I'm just
Yeah.
it's such a takeaway. It's so important as a takeaway. It's incredible. Oh, she's crying. Oh, no.
I know. Well, thank you for joining us back, Sanet. And Howard, you did such a great job in continuing on with your question and answer. Sanet, how would you also, like to kind of summarize that?
Wow. So for me, if anyone wants to do something, they just need to know all the knowledge is inside of them, and anything is possible, and it can make you unstoppable.
So,
And
Sanet, you're right. It's great. So then tease the 5 steps. Okay, what are just not full definition? What are your 5 steps to live unstoppable and live an unbelievable and live an unbreakable life?
okay, I think that is my why, my imagination, my resources. Is that one?
Almost. It's your why. It's your dream in 3D.
Yes,
Okay, it's
3D.
your blueprint, your action, and your celebration.
There you are. The blueprint is name changing because in my book I use it as my resources. Mm.
I think it's incredible, those steps, because you give concrete examples. And the hardest one for me was dreaming in 3D. I'd never heard that before until I read your book and I tried to actualize and visualize that before I go to sleep. It's beautiful.
Wow. Because all of us, we are all sensible. It sounds, but we are all emotional people and we have senses. So we are sensible people. So what do you see? What do you smell? And if you can use all your senses, that will bring it even more to in your heart space. It will bring it in your psychic. I love to say in your psychic, but it's part of you then. So yes, thank you so much, Howard.
Thank
That
you.
that was amazing. Sanet, I love how you answered that. It's like stepping in to that person, but it's not that person, it's just stepping into yourself. And when you step into that and feel it with all your senses, it becomes who you are and you can continue walking towards it.
And get
Exactly.
excited, right?
I
Be excited
I
about the
think that is
possibility. Yeah, like everybody, get excited. This is your life. And forget one time, 1,000 lifetimes, it doesn't matter. You're here now. Get excited about the action, the why, the accomplishments, the dreaming of in 3D. I love that because it's so childlike when all is possible. We don't stop ourselves when we dream when we're kids. We go for it. And so I think that's so amazing. I love that. The
All
dream in
stemming
3D.
from a radiant heart. All
Yeah.
yes.
stemming from a
Yeah.
radiant heart. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
just so beautiful.
That
And
whole Radiant Heart, everybody has to read it. You
Ooh,
it,
have
it's
to
it's
read
a
it.
must. It's a must.
Yes.
So I know you haven't read it, but you will. So the answer is yet. So go ahead and order it right now. But so Laura, what is kind of burning in you that you would like to answer, you like to ask?
Yeah, I just think it's an acknowledgement again of the really, and this word gets thrown around, but the true authenticity of Sinet. We're very lucky, this group of us and the networking that we have through her, but to really find human beings that are so heart centered. And I love how you make no excuses. And I think we all are like this in our own ways when we say things, it's not from the ego. We have almost earned the badge, right? And some of us more than others have earned this badge of accomplishment and survivorship and resilience and courage. And I just think this is such a not only an incredible panel, but at the helm, right, of this amazing ship is Sinet. And to hear her share her inner thoughts and her heartfelt process of how she her relationship with her grandson, and just how that took shape and form, and I think really brought such a beautiful life force out of her and into the rest of us. So, not so much a question anymore. It's just an acknowledgement of the love of what you share, who you are, and the lives that you continue to touch. And I just feel amazingly fortunate and blessed to be a part of this friendship and business and extension out in the world. And I think today's show really saw why we show up and we do what we do to represent this woman so beautifully.
Thank you, my beautiful Laura.
Absolutely
You're welcome.
beautiful. And I think I'm just going to probably be wrapping it up with maybe the last question, but it's not even really a question, it's just an extension. Although you do talk about in chapter 5, I do want to bring up how some ladies were talking about why you should change your laugh a little bit. You know, the way you laughed, you had a big belly laugh, but you liked your laugh. And the word that stuck out was, I wanted to be my authentic self. So, kind of, that has been, another kind of thread that because you're your authentic self, you allow other people, I know for me anyway, other people to show up, be you, and be your authentic self. So, first of all, I just want to thank you so much for that. And, speak a little bit about that, how your journey is and how you show up right now dancing and with a beautiful butterfly behind you and be your authentic self.
Wow. Thank you, my beautiful Krista. And I also wanted to say a lot of people wanted to change my accent for the American ear, but they don't even know that they've got the accent for me. So I made a decision from the beginning. If I cannot speak the way I'm speaking, I cannot be me. And I love my voice. I love my laughter. And the people must just adjust their ears to my accent and my voice. So my beautiful ones, we actually have 1 minute to go for this. So Crystal, hand it over to me, please, my girl.
Sanet, how are you feeling right now? Tell me how you're feeling.
I'm just so excited. And normally I do that after the show, but I'm so excited and I just want to let everyone know. Thank you, Krista. You did an amazing job. You were an amazing host. Thank you, my beautiful panelists, Howard and Laura. Thank you for coming in so many times and thank you. So, my beautiful Howard, I wrote that poem, Radiant Heart, for my Diamond Beauties on the 20th of September. And now I'm going to play a snippet. So, my beautiful viewers out there, would you love, first of all, my beautiful panelists, will you have a dance with me?
But of course,
Absolutely.
of course.
Absolutely.
My beautiful viewers out there, Laura,
Little bit.
would you love to have a dance with us? They said yes. They said yes. Here we go.
In the diamond moment, in the diamond moments of love and light, together we rise, our spirits take flight, in the beauty of each day and every night. Courage in our souls, we heed the call
Bye bye, everyone.
to share